let's see start putty, and putty we have qt cloudera, right? Link, load and open. So it is asking password cloudera. So today's class we are going to see what HDFS commands. So yesterday we see copy from local, and we see put command, right? So what is the purpose of these commands? To copy local file into Hadoop, local file into HDFS, right? To copy local file into Hadoop. And we see one more command to see the HDFS file data, to see content of HDFS file system. HDFS file system. We see command cat command, right? So next, to see list of files and directories, to see list of files and directories, list of files and directories, to see list of files and directories. Yep. So let's see copy from local command. So we have a file. So assume we have this file customer.java. I want to place this file into Hadoop. Then we use Hadoop fs hyphen copy from local, what is the file we want to place? Customer.java, right? This file I want to place under root under Srinivas directory. So copy from local command copies local file into HDFS file system. Okay, so this is for source file location, this is destination directory. So let's see if config, and this is IP address of our machine, virtual machine, Cloudera machine. Let's go open browser and open name node URL 50070. Then go to utils, go to browse file system, and go to Srinivas directory. Under root Srinivas directory we have customer.java, file 1, file 2. Customer.java file size is 14 KB. See, local file system means which is presented in operating system. So this one is local file system. This is presented in operating system, but the file which is presented here in name node URL we are seeing, right? So this is HDFS file system. Okay, we are running client and Hadoop cluster in same mission. That's why you are feeling which is local file system, which is HDFS file system, right? Yesterday I said clearly, putty is a client command to connect Linux machine, right? So putty is a tool to connect Linux machine. So if you type command in putty, the commands are executed in this machine only, our Cloudera machine, because we are using this machine IP address to connect through the putty. Yes or no? Okay. So next, to see list of files and directories, we use command Hadoop FS, Hadoop FS hyphen ls under root. I want to find root directory files, list of files and directory. Under root directory, we have multiple files and directories. How can we identify whether it is a file and directory? So if you observe here, these are file system, file permissions. In this, if you see first character D, this is a directory. It means benchmarks is a directory. If you see hyphen, first character is hyphen, this is a file. So by seeing first these file permissions concept, in that file permissions, if you see first character is D, that is a directory. If you see hyphen, that is file. So Srinivas is directory, right? Okay. So by using this command, we find list of files and directories. To find, to list particular directory list, then we use command, same command. I want to find all files and folders of Srinivas directory. Okay. Then we use command Hadoop FS hyphen ls slash Srinivas. In Linux language, first if you use slash, don't call slash, root Srinivas. So this one is called root directory. So under Srinivas directory, we have three files. File 1, file 2, custom.java. Why I said three files? All are first character is hyphen. So if you see hyphen means it is a file. To copy HDFS file system, into Hadoop. To copy HDFS file system into HDFS file system into local file system. Local file system. I want to copy HDFS file system into local file system. Means HDFS file system to Linux file system. For that one, we have two commands. Copy to local, and next one get command. Copy to local and get command. Syntax Hadoop FS hyphen put or copy to local. You can use hyphen put or hyphen copy to local. Source means HDFS file, and destination local file system path, local path, local path. So we have two commands, Mahendra. Get, sorry, you are correct. This is get, not put. Get. Online students are active, but offline students are off. Yep. From HDFS to local file system. See, I want to copy my local file system. Let's go to opt directory ls. Here there is no file 1, right? Currently local file system doesn't have file 1. Once we execute this command hadoop fs get under root under Srinivas, I have a file 1, right? I have a file 1. I want to file 1 into opt directory. Okay, let's execute this command. Yep. So here one important note is we are executing this command through the normal user, right? So if you see dollar prompt means normal user. If you see as prompt means root user. So for normal user doesn't have a permission to place this location. In that case, let's use command sudo. If you have a if you doesn't have permission to place any file or anything, any command, use sudo. Sudo, we have to assign sudo permission. So what is sudo means? Sudo is a sudo is a role. This role set with some permissions. This role has this role has some permissions. Some permissions. We have to assign. We have to assign sudo role to user. Then only we can use sudo. We can use sudo. So Hadoop user is created by Cloudera, right? So Cloudera people assigned sudo permission. That's why we can use sudo. Yep. For your user, admin has to give sudo permission. Then only we can use friend Virendra. Okay. So let's use sudo command and press enter. Now ls, see file 1 is loaded, right? Local file system. Same thing we can achieve by using copy to local. Copy to local. And this time I want to load file 2. This time I want to load file 2. ls. File 2 also loaded, right? From HDFS to local file system. Okay? Yep, both are same. Because why they given this command copy to local and get command is most of the web developer knows get and put commands, get and put options. So this copy to local, copy from local is clearly giving we are copying local file to HDFS, HDFS to local. So to avoid confusion, then they given two commands. Okay. Next one. So yesterday we see content, right? To see the content we use cat command. To create a directory we use mkdir. To create a directory, to create a directory, to create a directory in HDFS we use command mkdir. So how do we use this command? Hadoop fs mkdir under root under Srinivas. I want to create some medical files, medicals directory. So under medicals directory, I am going to place medical related files. So we segregate in this way. So this is given by Apache. They said to avoid confusion between web developers and actual Hadoop developers, they given these two commands. Web developers knows that put and get. Most of the times they use put for placing files, get for getting files. So these are general commands, generic commands. Everyone knows this put and get. That is file. Yep. Local file system contain that file. Next one, to set, to change file permissions. To change file permissions. To change file permissions, we use chmod command. Chmod command is used to change file permissions. File permissions. To change file permissions, every file contain permissions permissions to owner, group of people, and others. Every file contain permissions to owner, group, and others. Let's see. This is, let's take one file. This is the file. Let's take this file and understand. Let's remove this thing. And so first character is for file type, whether it may be uh, file or directory. File or directory. First character hyphen or D says that whether it is a file or directory. Next to three characters are R, W hyphen. We will discuss what is this R and W. This is for owner or user. Okay. Next to three characters are for group of people. Group. Next to three characters are for others. And this is file or directory. File or directory. One minute. So file permissions, we have three file permissions. R means read, W means write, and X means execute. Symbolic way we represent, symbolic is we represent R, W, X. Numeric way we represent numeric values for read, write. Read for 4, read means 4, write means 2, execute means 1. Total permissions 7. In symbolic way we represent R, W, X. Numeric way we represent 4, 2, 1. Every file or directory has read, write, execute permissions. So default for owner read write. For group, only read permission. For others, only read permissions. In HDFS, in HDFS, default file permissions, default file permissions, default file permissions. Owner, owner or user, read write means 6. For group, only read means 4. For others, read means 4. Right? Same as what is the default permission for directory? Default file permissions for directory. Default file permissions for directory. So we created Srinivas directory, right? So let's check what is the default file permissions for directory. So this is Srinivas. If you observe Srinivas directory, so first 3 characters is for owner, next 3 characters is for others, and group and others, right? Observe owner or user 7, right? Read write execution, read write execute. For others, for group, read and execute. 4 plus 1 5, right? For others, read and execute, it means 5. So default file permissions for file is owner 644 and directory 755. So if you want to change file permissions, we go for chmod. Yep. So let's change file permission. Question we want change read write permissions, read write permissions on file 1 to owner, comma, O means owner, group and others. So this is our question. Then we use command Hadoop FS hyphen chmod read write user plus read write. We want to give read write permission to user comma group comma others. So we can use in this way. On which file? Under root, under Srinivas, file 1. Or we use symbolic way, numeric way, Hadoop FS hyphen chmod. We want to give what? For all people, read write means 6, right? Read means 4, write means 2, 4 plus 2, 6. 6 for owner, 6 for group, 6 for others. That's it. So you can use in this way, you can use in this way. Yep. Linux will understand U means user or owner, G means group, O means others. So let me clearly explain. U means owner, G means group, and O means others. Others. R, A means all. A means all. So instead of U, G, O, you can give A. Let's execute this command, any command. Before that, let's see list of files, or we want to know just file one information, right? So file one currently has read write for owner, read permission for groups, read permission for others. Once we execute this command, for all group, owner and others also has read write permission, right? Let's see ls read write. Okay, next to see to change ownership. To change ownership, to file or directory, we use ch own command. Ch own command. Ch own command is used to change ownership. If you observe, file 1 owner is Cloudera. Who is created this file 1? Cloudera user, right? If you want to change this ownership to other user, then we use ch1 command. Let's see syntax. ch1, sorry, Hadoop FS, Hadoop FS hyphen ch1 owner name, owner colon group space, owner colon group space, file or directory, file or directory, file or directory. Let's see. Clear? Let's execute ls command. So currently who is the owner of file? Cloudera. We want to change Cloudera to root user. Then I'm using Hadoop FS hyphen chmod root colon group, also I want to use root. ch1 offline also active. Group name, you can give any group name. You can give root or any group name. If you want to give super group, you can give any group name. Yep, root is another group and root is owner. So in our Linux we have root username and root group. Okay, super group and file name under root under Srinivas file 1. Sudo is for local, not for HDFS file system, Sunil. Sunil is in still local. So it is saying changing ownership, non-super user cannot change owner. Non-super user cannot change owner. So here in Cloudera, in Cloudera, in Cloudera Hadoop, in Cloudera Hadoop, there is one main admin user for Hadoop. Admin user for Hadoop is called HDFS. So username HDFS. He is the main administrator of Hadoop in Cloudera. So we have a Cloudera user, right? Root user, right? Similar to there is one user called HDFS. He is the main administrator. So if you want to change ownership, we have to change HDFS user. Currently we are in Cloudera user, right? So switch HDFS user and execute this command. Only for Cloudera Hadoop. In our Apache Hadoop, in which user we install, that user become Hadoop administrator. So in previous installation steps, we installed as a root user, right? Yes or no? So root user is administrator. So in Cloudera, they installed Hadoop using this user, Cloudera. Cloudera Hadoop. Clearly I mentioned. In Cloudera Hadoop, they installed Hadoop using this user. That's why he is the main administrator. He or she. Okay. HDFS is a user. So to switch from one user to another user, we use command su. Su stands for switch user. So we are under Cloudera user, right? We are under Cloudera user. Su space username is HDFS. It will ask password. It will ask password. To know currently logged in user, to know currently logged in user, or current user. Current means not current power. So current means present. Present. So we can use command who am I? Who am I? This command gives current username. Who am I? So let's execute who am I. It's saying Cloudera. Yep. So we can also use who space am space I. It gives some additional information. Date and time of login. At what time he is logged in which IP address. It gives, this is terminal type. Terminal. So go to Google and search what are different terminals in Linux. You will get clear information. Who space am space I give additional information. Who am I gives just username. Okay. Use su and switch HDFS and it will ask password. Password for any user in Cloudera is Cloudera. Okay. So instead of avoiding confusion, Cloudera people created, for every user they created, password is Cloudera. So HDFS, yep, let me see Cloudera. Yep, it's saying incorrect. Let me see first HDFS user is available or not. Cat space slash etc slash password is a file. This file contain all users list in Linux. Correct only. Password. So Cloudera user is available. Let's check, is there any HDFS user? Yes, HDFS user is available. But it is saying Cloudera is a wrong password. Okay, let's type HDFS, press enter. I'm changing HDFS user password. Sudo password username is HDFS. I'm changing password is Cloudera and Cloudera. Okay. So next, switch user HDFS Cloudera. So it is connected. Now type who am I? HDFS. Now execute this command, change ownership command. Hadoop fs hyphen ch1 root colon supergroup, and what is the file name? Under root under Srinivas file 1. Now it is successfully changed. By using main administrator only we can change ownership. So now list file permission ls, then you will see who is the owner of file 1. So now file 1 owner is root. Earlier file 1 owner is Cloudera. Now file 1 owner is root. Executed means we are in Cloudera user. Cloudera user doesn't have a changing ownership permission. Only HDFS user is the main user, main administrator. He has permission. So that's why we switched to HDFS user and we executed this command. So here our one of our friend question is how to switch as prompt to dollar prompt or dollar prompt to as prompt, right? So this as prompt is for root user, dollar prompt is for normal users, normal user or administrator. Okay, if we switch, this is nowhere related to Putti Vikrant, that is Linux. So if you switch su root, then if you enter root password, then you will see as prompt. This is nowhere related to Putty. This is Linux command. If you logged in as a root user, you will see as prompt. If you logged in as a normal user, normal administrator, you will get dollar prompt. Yep. So exit is a command to come out from user. So we come out from root user. If you want to come out from HDFS user, type one more exit. We are in Cloudera user. If you type exit, it will come out from Putty prompt or terminal. So we are currently in Cloudera user, right? So we are closing Cloudera user. Exit means we are closing user. So it will terminate terminal. Okay? Yep. SU command is used to switch from one user to another user. SU HDFS. So let's see directory, list Srinivas directory. Srinivas directory contain 3 files, right? Custom.java, file 1, file 2, right? So file 1 we changed ownership is root. I want to change ownership of Srinivas. Let's see who is the owner of Srinivas directory. So Srinivas directory owner is Cloudera. I want to change Cloudera to HDFS user. HDFS user. Let's change for which directory? Srinivas directory, right? Srinivas directory I want to change. Owner is HDFS. HDFS. Let's list. See. So for Srinivas owner directory, owner is changed to HDFS, right? For Srinivas user, owner is Srinivas directory, owner is changed to HDFS. Yes or no? Let's list Srinivas directory. Srinivas directory. Observe, ownership is changed only for directory, not inside all files, right? Ownership is changed only directory, not inside all files. So if you want to reflect ownership for all files inside a directory, then we use additional option here, ch own space hyphen r. R means recursively it will change ownership for directory as well as files and subdirectories of the directory. Files and subdirectories of the directory. Recursively it will change ownership of inside the directory. Let's execute this command. Once again list Srinivas directory. See now. Again we executed ch1. So previously for custom Cloudera, for file 1 root, file 2 Cloudera, now for all files HDFS converted because of hyphen R. Hyphen R means it will change file permission to directory as well as files and subdirectories of that directory. R means recursive. Every user is belongs to some groups, right? We all are belongs to Hadoop group. Some people may belongs to Hadoop group plus machine learning group. So we can assign multiple groups, right? Some people belongs to Hadoop and IoT. Some people belongs to Hadoop and Python. Some people belongs to Hadoop, Python, machine learning, IoT. So a user can be a user is having one primary group and multiple subgroups. So that is the concept of Linux. So if you go that Linux videos, I explained clearly. I think no one got that playlist. Yep, if you go that 12 videos, it will give clear idea on all basic commands. We have Linux workshop soon. We will intimate. So we discuss many things in Linux workshop. So that's it for today. And tomorrow class, what we are going to discuss? MapReduce. So MapReduce we discuss only tomorrow. We want to concentrate more on MapReduce, just to understand what is MapReduce, how it internally execute. Uh, we'll discuss briefly one simple example, and tomorrow we'll finish MapReduce, and we'll discuss day after tomorrow pick with a brief. Then we concentrate more on Hive scoop. Okay, and we are planning after our in Hive class, I will explain Vikrant how to start MySQL and how to connect. No worries. Hive require MySQL concept. So I'll explain MySQL and I will show you. Yep, HBase is not covered in Hadoop. We are planning NoSQL classes after completing this Hadoop. Same time or 9 p.m. we are planning. In that I am going to cover first Cassandra, next HBase. If possible, I'll cover one more NoSQL database. Okay, so that's it for today. We will meet tomorrow and we'll discuss some more MapReduce concept.